What's up, guys? So today's video is a Marvel deep dive into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Um, so yeah, let's get into this because this one's very interesting. Okay, so Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is slated for release on May 7th, 2021. It is going to be directed by Scott Derrickson, who directed the first Doctor Strange film. Returning cast members are Benedict Cumberbatch and Benedict Wong, both playing Doctor Strange and Wong respectively, with Elizabeth Olsen appearing as Scarlet Witch, and that so far is all for the confirmed cast. Everyone else currently is just rumoured. The film's title is a play on the title of John Carpenter's film In the Mouth of Madness, which came out in 1994, and it itself was a play on the H.P. Lovecraft novella At the Mountains of Madness, which was published in 1931. This is interesting purely because of the fact that in the comics, the sort of extra dimensional entities that Doctor Strange is known for going up against within the multiverse that he is able to access because of his magical abilities are themselves based on Lovecraftian monsters such as Cthulhu. So this could mean that we might see characters such as Shumagurath, or maybe even something more connected to the cosmic side of things like Eon, or we might even get to see finally the concepts of infinity, entropy, eternity, and death. Finally, get faces in the MCU. Got a little. So yeah, that could be really cool, and assuming that is going to happen, that's sort of a big sort of selling point for me if they have those sort of obscure Lovecraftian characters coming in. It seems very likely, considering that this film is going to be released under the horror genre, while most other MCU films are action or comedy, drama, sci-fi, or fantasy. So this will be the first film in the MCU to actually be released under that horror genre. So I'm looking forward to it a lot. In the DCEU, Aquaman's director was a horror director, and I love that film. I think it's probably, not that there's a lot to judge it against, but I think it's probably the best film in the DCEU at the moment. So I'm really excited for this to have that horror genre involved. The film is going to tie into WandaVision, which will actually be released before this film. So if you've got your Disney Plus membership at the time, you'll be able to watch WandaVision from sometime in, I think they advertised it as spring 2021, which for the Southern Hemisphere in Australia, that is autumn of 2021, which is somewhere between March and May. Considering that this is released in May 2021, I would expect that springtime release is going to be sort of a March-April date, so somewhere around Easter sort of thing. So that'll be really cool. You'll have a couple of weeks, I would assume, to be able to get in, watch that show if you really want to know where Scarlet Witch is going to be at as far as her personal storyline before coming into this film. Marvel will allow you that because obviously they want you to watch all of their properties. So they're actually now working together with their TV side of things, which is really cool. The director actually teased the appearance of Namor. He posted a picture of Namor on his social media, but then quickly deleted it. So at the moment, it's not known if that was actually a tease for Namor being in Doctor Strange 2. There are a couple of other rumoured appearances where Namor could make his first appearance, considering that at the moment a solo Namor film hasn't even been rumoured yet. Obviously there's fans out there wanting one, but there's no actual even sort of semi-official rumours about one. Nightmare is going to be the main antagonist of this film. Scott Derrickson said that in interview while doing press for the first Doctor Strange film. So he's wanted Nightmare to be the character for this, the villain for this film since 2016. So it's very likely that that will happen, which fits right into that sort of horror genre, because he sort of feeds on your worst fears and stuff, while also adding a level of like Inception into the film as well, and then combined with sort of the Lovecraftian side of Doctor Strange's mythos. This looks to be probably one of the best, like at least top 5 MCU films, when you take into consideration what Phase 4 is kind of looking like at the moment. But not only that, there are rumours that Eva Green will be playing Nightmare. Boss Logic did a really cool artwork. I will link his Instagram below as well. I did use his image for the thumbnail, so all credit goes to him for that amazing bit of art, and I will link his Instagram down below so you can go and check out the full post yourself. He does amazing work, and I'm always just so jealous and in awe of his talent. But yeah, Eva Green is being rumoured for the role of Nightmare, which would fit right into Marvel trying to diversify their cast a little bit more, move away from the very stock standard white male superhero, and to try and get more Asian, African American, female, LGBT, like a lot more representation for the different social groups, I guess. So that would fit right in with Marvel's mission to do that at the moment. If Eva Green was Nightmare, and I mean, if you need selling on it, just look at her character in Dark Shadows. I know that film didn't do particularly well, I don't think, anyway. I think I saw something a while back that said that it didn't really do well with critics, but her performance is definitely a highlight of that film, as the character that she plays. And if you just take that another step up, she's already basically played Nightmare, so it'll be really cool to have her talent in the MCU as well. And then last but not least, Clea and Brother Voodoo are rumoured to appear. I believe there was a line at Comic-Con itself where Kevin Feige said that, trying to remember the quote now, I want to quote it correctly. I'll paraphrase it. Basically, he'd said something along the lines of, when you've got an extremely powerful sorcerer, it's only a matter of time before you get an extremely powerful witch or sorceress, and then Scarlet Witch is going to be appearing alongside her, implying that there is a third magical female, or sorry, a second magical female, sort of a second to Doctor Strange himself, which would be the otherworldly, extra-dimensional Clea, who is often a quote-unquote sidekick type character to Doctor Strange in the comics. I believe they have some sort of a romantic subplot in the comics at some point. And then Brother Voodoo is rumoured to appear as well. He could possibly be taking on one of the Sanctums, considering that Master Drum was actually in the first one. I think he might have been one of the keepers of the Sanctum that we get to see, that we saw get killed by Caecilius, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I do know that that there was a drum, a master drum in the first one. So if it was that he got killed by Caecilius, Brother Voodoo could be coming in to sort of not only fill his role within the Order of Sorcerers, but to also sort of try to seek vengeance, which could mean that if that is the case, that it could be sort of gearing up for a full-on sort of multiverse battle, with the Dark Dimension actually having the Mindless Ones and Dormammu in a full body, not just his face, in the Dark Dimension sort of thing. Would be kind of cool as well. So there are a lot of different ways this could go. Obviously, introducing and like properly confirming the existence of the multiverse and showing many of its different aspects, further than just you know, one scene where Ant-Man shrinks down into the quantum realm, or the bit where Doctor Strange is having his third eye opened by the Ancient One, or the Dark Dimension scene at the end there where he comes to bargain. Further than that, actually exploring the multiverse means that for just about every dimension that you could possibly open here, there is an entirely separate plot line that could go with that. And so, just like Doctor Strange himself in Infinity War, there could be, you know, we could try to predict as many as 14,605,000 different possible plot lines for this film alone, let alone the entire storyline of the MCU. So yeah, there's really not a lot we can theorize about this film at present, but as more information arises, I will be sure to get on top of that and bring you my my plotline theory as soon as I am able to actually form one. But until then, guys, that's all I've got for this video. If you'd like to, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscription button and that notification bell so that you are alerted when I upload a new video. You can check out my social media in the description down below. Again, my Instagram is a private account, so if you send me a message first and like request to follow me, I will add you, check you out. I may even follow you back. My Tumblr, I'm about this far away from uploading like 3 new episodes for Sugar and Spice. I want to try and have that finished by the end of the month as well. But a whole heap of other stuff is coming up that's taking me away from those sorts of things. So I've actually got to try and find time in the day to work on those. But I do promise they are coming. If you've been hanging out for the next episode, I apologize sincerely, but it is coming. And yeah, until next time, guys, night A2, and I'll check you all later.